Hi everyone and welcome to my channel Starseeker Tarot. My name is Nia and in today's reading you will be finding out what your spirit guides see in you, how they see you, how they feel about you, and maybe you will also receive a personal message from them to help you out with your current situation. As you can see, you have these three beautiful groups to choose from today. For group number one, we have the moon with this beautiful rabbit on it, and with it we have Malachite. Then for group number two, we have the Ace of Wands with this magical cat on it, and with it we have a purple Lepidolite moon. And then for group number three, we have the Chariot with a unicorn on it and this very beautiful crystal quartz. So all you need to do right now, as always, is to focus your attention on today's topic. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, pause the video if you have to. And when you think you're ready, just see which one or which ones, because you can choose several, of these three groups calls your attention the most. Do not overthink it. Let your intuition decide. And then you can have a look in the description box down below where you find the timestamps for each individual group. So I'll see you there. Welcome to your reading, group number one, everyone who resonated with the moon rabbit and this beautiful Malachite right here. So you are about to find out what your spirit guides see in you, how they see you, how they feel about you, and you may also receive a message of guidance helping you out with your current situation. Join in on my grounding and cleansing breath if you like. I need one. And let's do this. So I'll be pulling from several decks today. I love the energies. I hope you can feel those. In fact, I can tell you that your spirit guides are very in tune with your energies, and your energies are super deep. There is something quite psychic about you, whether you realize that or not. So you should be aware of this, that you are a very kind of deep person, that you are quite sensitive, that you have interests not many people can necessarily relate to. You are quite a tender soul, all right? And yeah, you're a beautiful soul. You really are, and that's what your guides think about you as well. And I'm not sure if you are a water sign. You could be. You may have some important water placements in your chart, but I'm also getting earth energy. So earth and water energy. That is something that is really relevant about your aura. So you may not feel as though you fit in here on Earth, but you still kind of like Earth. You appreciate nature. You probably love animals, and you love to be creative. This is what this rabbit represents. It's fertility, so fertility and productiveness. You may be someone who likes to work with your hands and be maybe you like to craft things, or you love to garden, or you love to cook. Others, you are quite artistic and you love to paint or play instruments. Do you love to look after animals or people who are close to your heart? I can tell that many of you do, and your guides think that's such a beautiful quality, that you care so deeply, and not just on a spiritual level, but also on a practical level for things and people you feel passionate about. So, yeah. Do you talk to the moon? I don't know if you do, but your guides would like to encourage you to kind of either get involved with astrology or anything else that's kind of divination ish, because you will get a lot of answers there. They want to encourage you right now to develop and kind of dive into your spirituality more. You may find that a little bit scary, some of you. Others, you have already been doing that all your life. So remember, this is a collective message. Please only take what resonates with you personally. So yeah, you're very spiritual. If you're not, you are without realizing it. Something about your heart. You have a tender heart. You have a tender soul. And there is, well, you're just beautiful. You're very beautiful and caring. And let's see. I feel like many of you may have reached out to your guides prior to you finding this reading. Let me know if that's the case. I'll be pulling from these, what's it called? Green Witch cards and angel number cards in a little bit. Let's pull some more tarot cards. I got them from donation money, so thank you to the generous viewers in my audience. They're brand new. Yours is the very first reading I'm doing with these cards. Malachite, green. This is a stone that represents or helps with transformation, amongst other things. But again, your guides want to point out how much of a deep person you are, and you know this. And other people probably don't understand you, or you don't like to engage with other people because you are so wise for your age, and so spiritual and so deep and so psychic maybe. That's why you prefer to kind of spend time with animals and in nature and creating something beautiful with your hands, and that's absolutely wonderful. So don't let anyone tell you that that's wrong. All right, I love this color. If you feel drawn to greens and blues, maybe those are colors your guides use to get your attention. Let's see, how do they see you? Oh, beautiful, temperance, those two unicorns. So if you felt drawn to group number 3, maybe you want to watch that afterwards, because yeah, you you are a little bit of a unicorn. That's how your guides see you, but you are not as lonely or detached necessarily as the typical unicorn people are. You know, the last unicorn, a sense of loneliness. You may have that to a certain extent, but you still like closeness. You love connection. That's why you connect with plants, with Mother Nature, and with animals, and with a few select people who you trust. So that is so beautiful. You have such a healing aura about you because you are so authentic, because you are so connected to what's within yourself, because you are a dreamer, because you are a creator, because you are so deep, because all of these qualities that you may feel a little bit insecure about, right? And you your purpose, and that's why your guides are with you, is to kind of pass on your beautiful healing and caring energies to other creatures. Maybe those are your children, so you are a great parent. Maybe those are your animals, so you are someone who has got such a big heart for animals. Maybe this is about your job. Maybe you have a very practical job where you put your heart and soul into what you do with your hands. I don't know why cooking keeps on coming up. So if this is you and you love to cook, you do kind of witchcraft with your cooking, white magic, green magic. Your love is in the dishes that you make, and anyone who eats them will be healed to some extent, you know. So you are so beautiful. You are so balanced. And if you come across a lot of wounded people, it's because you're a healer and you have free will, so you can choose to either heal these people and give them a chance, or to keep that energy for yourself. Be aware that sometimes you give away too much, or that you care too much, and that other people's or the animals and the plant realm's pain affects you too much. So you have to kind of find balance between give and take, between going within and withdrawing and engaging with people. So you are definitely a bit of a hermit as well. You are a very old soul. They're saying a very old soul. So you have lived billions of lifetimes, and many of those not on planet Earth. So if you love the stars, if you feel drawn to the moon, it's probably because your soul's kind of yearning for an existence on another star or something. So you may be a starseed. Ace of Swords. I love ravens so much. And you may too. So the Ace of Swords. I see age here. So if you feel completely out of place, it could be that your soul's last time of being incarnated here on planet Earth was in a completely different age. Okay, so you didn't really go through the evolution of humanity here with the rest. So it's kind of like, whoa, what's happening? And that's a good thing. Everything happens for a reason. And you are here to kind of spread awareness, right? So your purpose is to be caring and to be loving, and to kind of build a bridge maybe between the ethereal realms, the celestial realms, the galactic realms, and Mother Earth. In a way that you kind of teach and inspire others. So if you have been feeling the urge to kind of turn your passion into more than just a hobby, that would be a blessed project. So you maybe, depending on who you are, this may become a career, or just something fruitful that will have a bigger impact. So you may want to start your own social media platform where you kind of share about your thing. I don't know what your thing is. Could be a good cause, a charity, could be your art, your products, or your lifestyle, or your animals, whatever. Others here I see could be teachers or speakers. Just get involved with animals and children, or beings who are impressionable, so that you can, make the right impression on them. And you could serve as some kind of messenger between those other realms and regular people, regular, not in a condescending way, but, people who don't have psychic antennas also. That's such a beautiful vibe here. I love it. Let's pull a card from this oracle deck. So you probably have a green thumb. You have talent to make things grow, because you pour your body, mind, and soul into it. So that's beautiful. You're a nurturer. You definitely are. And this could be about, don't forget, like you just being a mum, or a dad, or a grandmother, or an auntie, or someone looking after other people. Are you a nurse? Are you in healthcare? That could be something here. If you have considered becoming some kind of caretaker, that'd be perfect for you. Rain, how beautiful. Cleansing, purification, and hydration. So water. What water constellations do you have in your chart? There is definitely some very significant Pisces placement, maybe, or Scorpio, maybe Cancer. So that would explain a lot. If you do some research, it would give you a lot of answers about yourself. And if you wonder, why am I so sensitive? Why do I cry so easily? Why do I feel so much for other people? Yes, it may be hard on you and cause you pain, but it's a beautiful quality, all right? And you are here to purify, to cleanse, and to nurture. to nurture anything or anyone that you touch, but it's important that you feel a heart-to-heart connection. So I kind of honestly don't see you engaging anonymously with a huge platform. I see you having personal contact with whoever you will influence in a beautiful, nurturing way. So heart-to-heart connections, that's absolutely what you're here for. And again, healing animals and nature and children or wounded individuals. That is really gorgeous. This feels so beautiful. Can you feel these energies? I can feel it. It's really healing. It's really beautiful. So let's put an angel number as a message from your guides. Well, okay, should we take this one? Should we? Yes, we should. 31. I'm disciplined. So I know what this means, but let's read this first. Your approach to life is an effective mix of both practicality and imagination. I told you, you are earth and water. You are very sensitive and spiritual, but you're also very practical. And you may be someone who can be quite, put together and rational, but you're also a dreamer. You're also a visionary, That's gorgeous. Your mind is stirring with creative ideas and you have the organizational skills to manifest them to life. I am disciplined. So these are two different messages depending on who you are. Feel free to tell me what message is for you. So some of you may have trouble when it comes to showing discipline in your life sometimes because you care too much. You are too sensitive. You are too receptive to energies around you. So you may have times where it just all gets too much and then you let yourself go. You either, fall down rabbit holes or, you let your emotions get the better of you, or you just isolate too much and you kind of neglect practical life. If that's the case, your guides are telling you do something that takes you out of that energy and show more structure, be a little bit more disciplined. Make sure that you get up and go to bed at reasonable times, that you sleep enough, that you drink healthy and eat healthy, and, that you don't allow for life to take you on this emotional roller coaster too much. Practice some balance. Others, you may be too disciplined. Why? Because you are afraid that, emotions get too much to handle, or that, maybe you are such a dreamer, you are so creative that if you're not careful, you just completely drift off and zone out. So allow that. Everyone watching, you are so beautiful, and kind of don't fight any of your qualities. Embrace them. Know that you are perfect the way you are. Embrace and accept and seek balance, and know that you are meant to be both kind of ethereal as well as very earthly, both very sensitive as well as kind of very practical. And you're here to help, you're here to love, with your big, big heart, and to heal. This is very beautiful. You may see angel numbers 111 or 333. That being said, group number 3, I can really feel that for many of you. Or angel number 444. Let me know which one your guides show you the most. This was your reading. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. It would help other people like you find me. If you want to hype, that would be awesome as well. Subscribe and join the tribe if you haven't done so already. And if you do not want to miss out on future readings, activate the bell icon under this video, because even though you are subscribed, YouTube may never show you my readings again. Feel free to check the links in the description box down below with some follow-up readings, an Amazon wishlist link with more tarot cards if you'd like to support the channel. Also, I have a crystal jewelry collaboration and 2 big discount codes if you want to get yourself some crystal jewelry as well. I'll link that maybe in a pinned comment or in the description box. Sending you so many blessings. Thank you to all of my supporters and especially my channel members. And yeah, until very soon, hopefully. Bye. Welcome to your reading, group number 2, everyone who resonated with the Ace of Wands, this magical cat here, and the purple Lepidolite moon. So you are about to find out what your spirit guides see in you, how they see you, how they feel about you, and you may also get a message of guidance and advice and support to help you out with your current situation. Only take what resonates, right? It's a collective reading, and feel free to join in on my grounding and cleansing breath. I really need one. Okay. So I love the vibes. I'll also be pulling from this Green Witch Oracle deck and this Angel Number deck in a minute. But let's start off with your beautiful magical opening card. Your guides see you as both the teacher as well as the student. Whether you realize this or not, you have a very strong bond with your guides. They are your teachers, and you are directly passing on that knowledge to other people. So interestingly enough, some of you may have worked or you may be working as some kind of mentor or teacher, someone who kind of, has some intellectual authority over others. So those may be your kids, or maybe you experience that a lot in relationships, that you tend to find friends or partners or colleagues who learn from you, who are inspired by you, and it may not always go smoothly. So some of these connections may be quite triggering, but you both learn from one another. So this life you chose, this current lifetime, is all about learning and passing on the knowledge. So you are definitely someone, your guides are saying, who has been through a lot. Maybe you think you've been through too much, but understand that everything that's happened to you is something that your soul signed up for. And I'm getting this message, and only take it if it resonates. Some of you may not resonate with it at all, others definitely will. You may have taken on too many challenges for this lifetime. Why? Because you are just such an active kind of learner, right? And you wanted to do a lot in one lifetime that others take many lifetimes for. You may be regretting that right now. Others, you may be, so strong-willed and empowered, and your spirit is so strong that you are handling it, but you may be a little bit exhausted. But everyone watching, know that all the challenges, all the experiences you have had in this lifetime, you are actively, or should be actively, applying those as lessons learned, both for yourself as well as for other people. So some here, you may be quite, practical teachers. Others, you may be spiritual teachers. And by the way, you don't have to be like me and have a YouTube channel and then kind of teach people. You could do that. Maybe if this is something that you've been wanting to do, you absolutely should pursue that. But I'm saying teaching doesn't need a huge audience, so you could teach your kids or your partners or your parents. That being said, you are, what do you call that in psychology, probably someone who felt as though when you were a child that your parents acted like children. And that you were more mature than your parents, or maybe your parents failed you, and you never really got to be carefree as a child. You had to grow up very, very fast. Do you call that parentified children? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you know what I mean. So all of this is a lot, but you wanted it, and your guides are here. They're helping you out, and they're sending you many, 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 many signs, and most of you will absolutely know. So song lyrics. Also, they send you the right mentors whenever you're ready, whenever the student is ready, the teacher appears, and vice versa. They send people on your path who become your students, So something about your career maybe you feel as though you studied or kind of you have an education in something that you could never apply. If this is you, don't take it so seriously, because the reason you're here is not necessarily to have a traditional career. You're here to, again, apply the knowledge, learn the knowledge and apply it in ways that may be not, professional, but more practical. I really hope you understand. So yeah, and you are someone who has a lot of passion, and when you teach, you teach passionately. And again, when I say teaching, don't see yourself as a teacher or a counselor or a mentor. See yourself as someone who has a huge impact on other people. And yeah, your guides love how you can be both quite not necessarily intimidating, but people know that you come from a place that's very genuine, and they respect you a lot, because it shows that you've overcome things others would have never managed to overcome, if you know what I mean. So you're that, but you also kind of, very passionate. So this is really cool. Lepidolite. I don't know what lepidolite's properties are, but intuitively speaking, with this purple, it's about something psychic and spiritual. So your path is not what it seems. You have to look behind the facade, okay? Below or beneath the surface. Don't judge yourself based on your looks or your accomplishments, your diplomas, your possessions. Judge yourself and your path by what you have overcome and what you've learned and how you've applied that and how you've helped other people and what you have learned from other people, because anyone appearing in your life really is your teacher, right? You don't have enemies, you have teachers. And you may have a cat in your life that's very relevant. This cat may be in spirit already, but they are your guide. Either they have become your guide, or they always were your guide, your protector when they were around. So I see this cat. This cat has taught you a lot. This cat has taught you how to love unconditionally. This cat has taught you how to be more gentle and less harsh, for those of you who are quite harsh on yourself, where you had to be to overcome. But yeah, cats. If you feel drawn to cats, it's not a coincidence. There's something about this feline energy. I'm getting Queen of Wands energy. So maybe you've seen that card a lot, symbolizing you, even though you might be a man. Let's pull some more tarot cards, which they are brand new. I bought them from donations. Thank you to the generous people. I bought them from my own Amazon wishlist link. It's in the description box if anyone wants to support the channel by sending some decks in. But yeah, I'm excited. Very excited. So, bat is your spirit animal. For many of you, your guides are just saying that bat. If you see bats, it's not a coincidence. May not be the case for everyone, but bats are so psychic. They are so in tune, and they have very sharp senses. So you may be someone who has very sharp senses, okay, and a sixth sense, most definitely, as well as like very kind of normal senses, like maybe your sense of smell and of taste is super strong. And you're very intelligent. Okay, the King of Swords. Another Raven sword message. That's you. You give off king energy. I said Queen of Wands, I know, but this kind of, what's a more positive word, which is not intimidating? When people see you, they respect you. You have this King of Swords aura around you, someone who others see as very intelligent, as very determined, as someone who has control over their emotions and over their fears, as someone who does have a lot of knowledge and practical experience to back that off. So your guides are confirming that's who you are. So you may be in a female body, but you do have a lot of male energy in that sense. Or maybe males in your life have taught you a lot. Males in your life may be responsible for your spiritual growth. And I see you reaching more women, though, when it comes to teaching, your knowledge. I don't know. Not for everyone, but for many of you. Something, I'm getting a psychic download about pain, about pinching. If you have people who really irritate you, your guides are saying, remember, they are not your enemy. They are your teachers. So if you think of the people who are so annoying, who you don't want to have in your life, who you feel quite negative towards, they are here to teach you something. If someone really triggers you, ask yourself, why do they trigger me and what can I learn from it? Okay. For some of you, this may be related to a brother. Okay, the High Priestess, another cat, which I love. This is such a deep, deep card. A very, very deep card. So this shows that you are a very old soul. Not as old as group number 1 souls, I believe. Like group number 1 was just something else. And by the way, you may be a combination of all groups. I'm just speaking to you as though you are one kind of archetype. You are an old soul, but group number 1 was kind of ancient. But you are old. You've been through a lot. And hang on, Sage. So also the Hermit may be a card that you will see in future readings, or that you pull a lot. You are both a loner as well as someone who engages with people, but I feel like when you engage with people, it's to teach them. Or, relationships always feel like lessons to be learned. So you go through moments of isolation, and then you have your moments of engagement, and there might be years between now. So some of you, yeah, definitely, your guides are saying you've had some very significant relationships, but they come and go. So a significant other, they may have come into your life very unexpectedly. Then you had some very intense few years with them, or maybe just months, and then they left you. And that feels quite exhausting. If this is you, you guys acknowledge this is exhausting, but keep in mind, if people come and go, and if the moments you spent with them are super intense, it's because you signed up for this. You wanted to meet so many people, to learn and grow so much. Yeah. Maybe in your next lifetime, take it slower. And it sucks that we are born with spiritual amnesia. So our brain doesn't remember what the soul chose, but there are ways to remember. Some people have memories, pre-birth memories and past life memories. So if you want to kind of explore that, you can. It may give you some answers, but yeah, you just wanted to take it all in, and know that the most relevant people in your life, good and bad, they are soulmates. And soulmates, they're not strictly romantic, and soulmates don't always give you a good time. Soulmates trigger growth. And that's, the ego, that's the human facade. But on a soul level, we all love each other. Just always keep that in mind, because you've definitely had some triggering relationships here. But yeah, you are it. You wanted to go to boot camp, and you're in it. And your guides are respecting that, but they also telling you, maybe next time, take it slower, take it easier. And in general, be easy on yourself. You're very harsh on yourself, and maybe also be easier on your students. You can't expect for everyone to be as tough as you, to be as mature as you, to be as strong-willed as you, to be as powerful as you. Not everyone is that way. Be more mellow, be more soft towards yourself and towards other people. take it only if it resonates. Let's pull a Green Witch Oracle card. I'm not the doctor and I'm not giving you medical health advice, only spirit advice as a medium, but every physical symptom has a spiritual root cause, and you may know there's more than anyone else. So you may have chosen as well some physical health issues for spiritual growth in this lifetime, but if there's something going on with your skin, skin irritations or something, it is somehow connected to relationship trauma. So if you work on healing your relationship trauma, you can assist your skin issue healing. You come across quite tough, but you're not thick-skinned. You're quite sensitive, aren't you? And if you are very susceptible to criticism, it's because you are so harsh on yourself. You kind of don't forgive yourself. You have such high standards, so if anyone outside of you criticizes you, or maybe it's not even criticism, it really gets to you, it really hurts you, know that this comes from you, because you are your own worst critic. So if you're more softer towards yourself, it will be reflected in your relationships and how you perceive other people's judgment over you. And judgment has such a negative label, but judgment's not always negative. It's just people have opinions and free will, and you need to allow that. And by the same token, you have your opinions and your free will. So don't take it so seriously. They're kind of saying, you guys, tear up. You have become too serious, some of you, not everyone, but just lighten up, brighten up, and it's okay to fail, it's okay to mess up. Don't beat yourself up if something goes wrong. You'll be given infinite chances to fix it karmically, all right? So just cheer up a little bit more. Look after your inner child more. Treat yourself as though you would be dealing with yourself as a child. So be more forgiving, be more loving, be more kind. Give that child more playtime. That's how you could make your life a lot easier, and that's how you could attract some more playful and soft relationships. Cut yourself some slack. Seeds. New ideas, hope, open-mindedness. So I see a moth here. Moths are transformers and they are night butterflies. So bats and moths and cats. This feels very kind of witchy, very magical, very old school magical. Nighttime may be a challenging time because you are very active mentally and you may be an overthinker, right? So do what you've been advised to here, to be softer, like distract yourself and such, so that nighttime becomes more bearable. But also understand that this lifetime is just a tough one, and this is just a glimpse compared to eternity. You've had easier lifetimes and you will in the future if you choose to. Don't take everything so seriously. Just know that this lifetime is a major shift for your journey as a soul, and you might be, preparing for graduation as a soul, and you may graduate from Earth school and not come back. And if that's the case, then often the last exam is the hardest. See it as that. But you need a break. You really need a break, and something new is available for you in this lifetime, and as for your soul's journey. But if you want something new and softer, you kind of have to let go a little bit of this super ambitious, powering through everything fighter. Okay, so identify more with softness, and softness will come to you. Some of you may have become quite rigid, and it's a survival strategy. So just soften up. Your guides are telling you soften up. You need to soften up and you will attract softer things. But yeah, they're quite impressed with how strong you are. But they're saying also show us how soft you can be. It's all right to be soft. Let's pull an angel number. 13. Wow, this is such an intense reading, yours. 13, powerful number. Some people say it's bad luck, others say it's good luck. 13 is death in the major arcana, so that's cycles, endings, and rebirth. So some of you, this life may have felt like an everlasting dark night of the soul. Understand, nothing lasts forever. You will have that morning moment, and this may be really, if it feels so challenging this lifetime, maybe the last of a big karmic cycle, and you have a softer elevated rebirth if this is you. Let's just read out what it says on this card. I feel like this is comfort for those of you who know that you've signed up for too much. You are conscientious. You are a conscientious worker with a knack for coming up with creative ideas and turning them into something real. So you are turning experience into knowledge and into lessons. An optimistic but practical outlook keeps you determined and on track as you work steadily towards your goals. So know that your soul has probably reached many goals that you set yourself. And if you look back and you think, well, I haven't really accomplished anything, you're judging from your ego. If you judge from your higher self, you know, you'd see it differently. You just living moments and experiencing them, and experiencing relationships and watching your growth and how you've changed. That's an accomplishment. That's what you came here for, right? And again, be confident, don't lose hope, know that this is who you are meant to be and this is what you chose. And if you accept and surrender and learn and grow, you've done it, and you have a powerful rebirth and you wake up from this dark night of the soul. So if you see number 13 a lot, it's an indicator that you start a new chapter, that you have this rebirth moment, and you know, the ability to live a softer life that doesn't feel like boot camp, right? But you are strong and you are learning so much. So yeah, this is your reading. I hope it helped you. If that's the case, give it a thumbs up, please. Hype if you can. Leave a comment. It helps other people like you find me. So if you don't know what to say, leave some cat emojis. Subscribe and join this tribe, and if you haven't done so already, then activate the bell icon under this video so that you will be notified when I post new content, because even though you are subscribed, YouTube may never show you my readings again, because that's unfortunately how the new algorithm works. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I've got some follow-up readings in the description box down below that I recommend. Also, I have a crystal jewelry collaboration. If you want to get yourself some crystal jewelry with my discount codes, you can check that out down there as well. Yeah, thank you so much to my supporters and especially my channel members, sending you many blessings, and until very soon, hopefully. Bye. Welcome to your reading, group number 3, everyone who resonated with the Chariot, the unicorn, and there's lovely crystal quartz here. So you are about to find out what your spirit guides see in you, how they see you, how they feel about you, and you may also receive a message of support and guidance to help you out with your current situation. Please only take what resonates. This is a collective reading, and feel free to join in on my grounding and cleansing breath if you like. Okay, so first of all, I must point out this rainbow light here. That's a sign for you. Many of you will be shown rainbows and colors by your spirit guides to let you know that they're with you. And also, I feel like they show you these to tell you that they appreciate you, that they think quite highly of you. Yeah, they respect you a lot. They almost consider you one of them. So it often happens that within our soul family, we take turns between, you know, being the guide and the guided. So it may very well be that a particular spirit guide is coming through right here, who is a passed on loved one. Take that if it resonates with you, but for all of you, they love you and they show you color. So this is gorgeous, brings positive energy, and you are very positive. So they're telling you that you are very inspiring and inspirational. So looking at this card here, the Chariot is a card of success and reaching goals. So you should know this about yourself, but you are a visionary and you like to visualize and you love to manifest from the heart. So I don't know if everyone tuning in is super successful. I hope you are, but you know, some people just experience blockages along their journey. But an aspect of your life where all of you should be very successful is when it comes to visualizing what your heart desires, kind of throwing your heart out there to where you want to be, and then your body will follow. Do you understand what I mean? That's how your guides see you. You are very beautiful, and if you have been feeling some stagnation and frustration when it comes to achieving things, maybe become more whimsical is what they're saying, more magical. Don't follow the rational traditional path. Do things like creating vision boards, daydream, because when you daydream, that's how you generate this energy field, which then attracts what you dream of. Do little fun rituals, you know, follow your heart, talk to the stars is what they're saying. I see these two stars here, so I believe group number 1, they were talking to the moon, you were talking to the stars. So stars are wish fulfillment. Your guides are saying they love about you that despite of your hardships and the obstacles and how difficult life may get sometimes, you have not given up on your dreams. You're still pursuing your dreams. You're still here. You're still fighting. You're still wishing for positive things for yourself and the people you love. So you're very beautiful and you're very unique in that. Unicorns are very unique, and you have some unique abilities that you may not even know of. So maybe at this point in your life, you're starting to wake up to these abilities, and they have to do with your crown chakra or your third eye chakra. Yeah, so it's something about manifesting magic here, because the unicorn, I see it as a magic wand. And I love how shiny this crystal is. I'm going to try something if I put it here. How does it show up on camera? Something about crystals and color. So you may want to work with that. That could be one of your many talents that you have. Your guides are saying the more fun you have and the more magical and whimsical you get when it comes to working towards your dream fulfillment and reaching your goals, the more successful and the more kind of smooth your journey will be. So yeah, I believe that you are quite popular with children because you are such a dreamer, because you are very imaginary, because you are very creative. And something about Atlantis. You may have a past life connection with Atlantis, or you may have a spirit guide from those times. I will link in the description box down below some recommended follow-up readings if you are interested about Atlantis and about the chakras, the third eye and the crown chakra, if I have done a crown chakra reading yet. But yeah, you are wonderful. You are very beautiful. You are maybe a star seed. I don't know. We'll get into what you guys want to let you know today. But yeah, just love these rainbows. I'll be pulling from this Green Witch Oracle deck and the Angel Number deck in a minute. Let's do some tarot messages for you first. These cards are brand new. I bought them from donation money, so thank you to the generous people in my audience. This deck is from my Amazon wish list. It's linked down below if you want to support the channel too. You can. but you know, you being here is all the support we need. We have the Magician here, and this reminds me so much, wow, the card just dropped, of group number 2's reading. I'm going to show you real quick in case you need to see that card. They are very, very similar. So maybe you watch group number 2's reading. If you feel called to it, you may get an additional message. So Magician, magic, yeah, it's confirmed. And you are a very powerful creator. And if so far you've had a few negative experiences happen in your life, be cautious, because you are so powerful that if you focus on what's negative, you create, without wanting it, a negative energy field, and then you attract negative experiences. Also, if that resonates with you, and only take it if it does, some people may be energy vampires because you have such a beautiful gift and energy, and others may be jealous of your gift, so they both drain you. Set up your boundaries, reject curses, reject energy interference. You are the creator of your own reality. The more that you stand in your unique whimsical power without being aggressive, just being empowered and believing in yourself and rejecting any form of curses or energy drainage or whatever, the less this will be a problem. Okay, so this card looks so cool with these pixie dust things here coming from this book. Let me just have a look at the book. There's an actual text in here, and something about light a white candle, and set it somewhere. I can't read. So candle magic, also something about creating a circle. So some people feel silly doing rituals. Others, they thrive when they do that. And you don't have to be, you know, super kind of fantasy style about it, but you can do little things, for example, your nighttime routine or your morning routine or a protection routine, a prayer routine, that you nurture and practice every day. And if you really feel it, you'll make magic happen. There's a bottle here, so if you feel called to working with herbs, you know, if you are a green witch, then this would be a blessed path for you. I feel like something regarding your purpose is about to show itself to you because you are now ready. So spiritual awakening, that has to do with you activating your crown and third eye chakra, so you may be clairvoyant and claircognizant. So you feel and you see what's going on, you see beyond the facade, you have magical abilities that you could use to help other people with. So if you want to do some sort of training regarding your personal thing, do it. So some of you may be considering learning how to do Reiki, or maybe it's something quite traditional, and that there is a traditional career path, so you want to become an alternative practitioner of medicine and you want to sign up for some studies or a course, do it. There is something about education which you should pursue in your field. And it can be quite fun and, you know, done as a hobby. So kind of buy some books that you feel drawn to about mushrooms, about plants, about astral travel, about star seeds, about astrology, about anything that you feel a connection with, because this will help you make your magic happen, and this will be in alignment with your new path. So your guides are encouraging you to learn. And if you have learning difficulties, maybe if you can listen to an audiobook instead of reading, because your guides acknowledge that you don't do things traditionally. And that's cool because you are not the traditional person. I see a sun symbol here. So sun is the element of, you know, well, it's a daytime energy where we thrive and shine. It's when we feel confident, and that's also how other people see us. I need a message for that, an additional one. Wow, this is so cool that I've pulled animal cards only so far, because you have some, you know, cards with only like cups and pentacles and, you know, swords on them. So the animal familiars are strong with this one. So if you have been wanting to do some kind of work related to animals, I'm hearing shamanism. You know, shamans, they work a lot with animal spirits and kind of pursue that. Here we have the wolf, and I'm getting lone wolf. And with this last unicorn energy, some of you, you may be not a typical loner, but you just don't connect with people so well, because you have kind of, yeah, abilities and things that are out of the ordinary, and other people recognize that and use well. So that's fine. That's fine. That's who you are meant to be. You know, you were born to stand out and not to fit in. Your guides are reminding you. And this wolf almost looks like a husky to me. So do you have a dog? Do you have a dog that looks like that a little bit? Because your guides are telling you, if that's not already the case, you could deal with an animal friend. If you have the time and the energy and the money to properly look after an animal, you may want to get yourself an animal friend, who will be part of your soul tribe as well. So you would do a good job working with the energies of spirit animals and actual animals. So Ace of Pentacles, that's an offering, that's an opportunity to serve in the physical. I feel like so far some of you may not have really used your gifts in a way that you would turn this into your career, or that you would kind of manifest it in a way that other people would also profit from it. So your guides are calling you out to be more practical, to be more outspoken, to be more invested in your sort of supernatural, not so traditional abilities. There's a huge opportunity coming for you if you are ready and if you want it to work with it. This is a topic for other readings. I've got so many readings on this channel, almost 300. So browse through my uploads if you resonate with me as your reader, and see what additional messages you could get. But this is how your guides see you, not so much about what they want you to do. So they see you as someone who has a lot of potential when it comes to your magical gifts, and they are encouraging you to put that to work and to further explore it, because it's good for you and the people who will come across your path. And they are telling you, appreciate your uniqueness, the fact that you don't fit in. That's beautiful, because you are different, and being different is beautiful. And they're saying alone time is very important, because that's when you tap in to your unique gifts, when you go within, when you connect to the ethereal and the spiritual. You know, it's important that you do that. And you are a wise old soul. They see you as a wise old soul, definitely, with this wolf symbolism. And a message that may not resonate with everyone, but something about the cold. Were you born in a winter month, maybe? Something about cold temperatures, or snow and ice. Elsa, the Ice Queen, maybe that's something that really resonates with you. I feel like mentioning it. So let's pull a card from this Green Witch deck. They're showing me mushrooms, so work with mushrooms if you want to. They are very healing. They can also help us, you know, experience things that are not that we can't really perceive with the normal physical senses, but do it safely, yeah? Tend, yes, tend, look at that. Maintenance, encouragement, guidance. So with the Ace of Pentacles and these tools here, it's time for you to tend to aspects of your existence that you have intentionally or unintentionally neglected so far. It's time to put your skills to the test, to work those skills. So there's a seed, and this seed is you on this planet, right? And it's you and the gifts and your experiences that have shaped you and the lessons that you have learned. And now it's time to put them to use. So yeah, come out of your shell if you can, out of your man or lady cave, out of your comfort zone. It's time to get it started. Yeah, and you are so skilled. And if so far you haven't really experienced that about yourself, if you think you're clumsy or you're not capable or whatever, it's because you haven't really picked up the right thing for you. But they want you to work on this. Let's pull an angel number to kind of maybe get more information. This also reminds me a little bit, hang on, of group number 1's message. If you resonate and if you wonder how should you work with this, maybe watch group number 1's reading. It had a lot of powerful messages in it as well. But now for you, only group number 3. Is someone's name here Penny? Penny, or is Penny a person? Penny. Penny. Just hear that name, Penny. It makes me really happy when I say Penny's your name, Penny. I don't know, 6, wow. I am nurturing. This is so cool. Number 6 is the Lovers in the Major Arcana. So understand that you have a lot to give, and that harmony and balance and healing are available to you for yourself, and also you should make it available to other people. So relationships, there are some more relationships that are still written in your destiny, and they will be quite beneficial for you and for them, whoever it is that you may come across. This is not only about romantic relationships. This is about spiritual relationships, about professional relationships, family relationships, any sort of, relationship that you could think of. Your heart is your gift. You are a natural born nurturer and have a great talent for helping and healing others. You are the epitome of self-sacrifice and a protector of those you love. This reminds me a lot of group number 1's message as well. But yeah, so you're here to love, you're here to heal, you're here to nurture, and you're here to love Mother Nature as well. Yeah, you should know this about yourself, but your guides think that you would make a great, partner, a great best friend, a great mentor, a great nurse, a great supporter. So just open up your heart and you'll see that the right people will find you if you recognize your uniqueness and if you work on it, and you may be surprised who you will meet if you sign up for a class or a retreat or whatever. Okay, so expect a lot of new people to come find you, new energies to come find you, and know that your guides think you are very lovely, you're very creative, you're very sweet, you're very gifted, you're very talented, you're very unique, in case I haven't said that before, and you're a wise old soul, and you bring a lot of fresh energy to this planet. A lot of old knowledge which has been kind of forgotten and forbidden, you're bringing it back. That's your purpose for this lifetime. So I loved your reading. If you loved it too, then please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. If you don't know what to say, leave some unicorns and hearts or huskies and cats. Anything helps. Hype if you can. Thank you so much to the people who've been doing that. Subscribe and join this tribe. And if you haven't done so already, activate the bell icon under this video so that you will be notified when I post new content, because even though you are subscribed, YouTube may never show you my videos again. That's how the new algorithm works. Check out the links in the description box down below, and also I have a crystal jewelry collaboration, and I have 2 big discount codes for you if you want to get yourself some magical crystal jewelry as well. I'll pin it in a comment probably. So yeah, thank you so much to my channel members and to all of my supporters, sending each and every one of you so many blessings, and until very soon, hopefully. Bye.